One word.
Warm, kind, social, genuine as well.
What's one cool thing you've learned in Ghana?
Tell you what, because Ghana does this strategically, okay? They have a strategy in how they're going to get African Americans to come to their country.
Version things. You're going to go to Kumasi, the slave castle, the slave river, the museums inside of Accra. You're going to do all that. So this idea that black people are going there and not doing that.
Bimbia slave trade port in Cameroon. This site still exists today.
So recently there was a video that was circulating by a Cameroonian who is saying that why are African Americans only choosing to come to Ghana and not other African countries? People have actually reacted to it and have said a lot. I'm here to share the videos with you, and also I have other videos of foreigners sharing their experiences living and visiting Ghana. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe.
It's almost 3 a.m. I will not sleep until I address black Americans today. Dear black Americans, I'm begging you in the name of ancestors who didn't leave Africa through one airport. I'm begging you in the name of West and Central African coastline. I'm begging you in the name of map of Africa. I'm begging you in the name of African countries who didn't hire PR teams. I'm begging you in the name of ancestors who didn't leave Africa from one zip code. Please, stop treating Africa like it's a country group project where only Ghana did their homework. Yes, Ghana is beautiful. The history is powerful. The castles are still standing, but use your brain and your passport. Your roots didn't come from one departure gate. They were taken from across West and Central African coasts, from different languages, different cultures, different tribes and kingdoms. Africa is made up of 54 countries, not buy one, take one destination. Every time you guys go to the motherland, you post about Ghana. There are other parts of Africa where history was made, like the Bimbia slave trade port in Cameroon. This site still exists today. History happened in this place. Ancestors, they passed through there too. But it's not trending, it's quiet. Are we trying to erase that part of history? Huh? Have you guys forgotten that your DNA is layered? Your DNA is mixed. Your DNA is regional. Your DNA is continental. I'm not saying don't go to Ghana. I'm saying stop treating Africa like it has only one front door. Learn deeper. Explore wider. Because your story is stronger than one stamp in your passport. They also came from Nigeria, Benin, Cameroon, Ghana, Senegal, and more. Don't visit only one place, only Ghana. Please, after Ghana, explore more. Go and explore. Please, I'm begging you. Because there is history in other places, not just Ghana. Yes, ancestors came from other parts of Africa.
I went to Ghana last year during December with a group of friends. And I'm glad I went last year because the think pieces and conversations I've seen on this app about why Black Americans are going there. Okay, let me just give you my 2 cents because I haven't seen anybody say what I'm about to say. The group I went with, we are Black women who do not have kids and are not married. We're in our mid-30s. So that week between Christmas and New Year's can be just kind of if you don't have kids to contend with, it can be kind of an awkward, really chill week. So it makes for a very good time to travel because work also is dead at that point of year too. So we were like, let's go somewhere for New Year's. Ghana just seemed to be great. It's kind of got marketed because of the year of return. We follow bloggers like Demetria Lucas, who kind of made it seem like it was so much fun. So we were all about it. So we get on the plane, we go, we have a great time. We went with the travel group. When I read that visa application, I don't know how you travel there without a travel group because it asks you questions like, who's your guide? And I don't know. It was easy because the travel group gave us the information and fill out the visa form. With that said, everyone that we encountered that was there with us, that were like other Black Americans, that were with different, they were all there with travel groups. If you go with a travel group, you are going to visit cultural immersion things. You're going to go to Kumasi, the slave castle, the slave river, the museums inside of Accra. You're going to do all that. So this idea that Black people are going there and not doing that, they're going with travel groups. Travel groups are having them go visit these things. It's just very simple. The other thing too, that I think people are missing is that as Black Americans, people are like, oh, they're treating it like Miami and whatever. I get that. But there is this thing I think people are forgetting. When I got on that plane from Amsterdam to Accra, and 90% of that flight, 99% of that flight was Black, that was a beautiful moment for me. To be amongst Black people like that in a very positive kind of fun way was awesome. And so I think people forget, like, yeah, we'll go out in Miami, you'll go out in LA or whatever, but you're having to always ask questions like, are they playing Black music? Are they going to have an issue that's going on with a group of Black men? Are they going to hassle our Black male friends that are coming with us? You have to ask all these questions. And arguably, yes, you have to ask those questions in different places too, but like to go places where your Blackness is normal and have fun and go out, that is the appeal. So people are willing to hop on a plane, cross an ocean to go experience that. And I will say, to me, that was a very unique experience that I loved, and I would recommend anybody experience that. The prices are going up over there, though. I will say that. I've seen that the prices definitely are going up. But I think that's the piece that people are not understanding. And you can also get culture. Culture doesn't always come in forms of museums. It can come from restaurants and just sitting at the hotel bar and talking to somebody. You can get culture and learn about somewhere else in less formal ways as well. So that's my 2 cents. I think it's okay for people to go to Ghana to experience it for those reasons.
All right, good morning, people. There was a question about why African Americans choose Ghana mainly, and they don't generally travel to many other African countries. Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because Ghana does this strategically, okay? They have a strategy in how they're going to get African Americans to come to their country, or Americans in general. And I'll give you an example. 12 years ago, they offered me an opportunity to come to the University of Ghana. Now, at that time, of course, I'm working, making money. I didn't take it, but it put Ghana on my mind. Now, first thing they do, they make it real easy to get into the country. You can go to Ghana without your visa, just your passport. They'll process you right there for your visa. You don't have to get on a plane and go to Europe or turn it around and go back to the United States. Some countries in Africa, Nigeria's been known, if you don't have all your paperwork, they'll just, hey, you got to go. Ghana's going to say, hey, they let you out of the United States, you're good with me because I know you got money and you're going to spend it. Come on. All right, next. Ghana's embassies are located everyone has one in Washington, D.C., but then Ghana's other embassy is located about an hour from me, which is Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm in Memphis, okay? That is very strategic. Trust me, because a lot of African Americans are within that vicinity, all right? Next, Ghana is working with airlines to get direct flights from Washington, D.C. or New York to Accra. There are so many African countries that don't have direct flights to it. So that's going to hurt their ability to be able to recruit foreign tourism. And next, and this is a big one, the English language. They speak English. I mean, I studied French, but I don't speak it well. I can speak some Spanish, but Ghana has, if you go there, you have some sort of an advantage because they do speak English and you feel more comfortable with the language that you understand the best. So if those countries could adapt, open up their doors, welcome the U.S. Citizens in that similar way, be competitive about it, we'll go to those countries too. All right.
Why did you guys move to Ghana in the first place?
We have a program at Tata College of Business. We move countries every semester, and in each semester we have to build a venture. Our venture here in Ghana is actually to create as much social impact as we can.
What was your first impression when you landed?
Very hot. I agree.
How would you describe the people in Ghana in one word?
Warm, kind, social, genuine as well.
What's one cool thing you've learned in Ghana?
Must be the handshake, man.
What was the hardest thing to adapt at first?
Probably the roads. Yeah.
What's your favorite Ghanaian dish so far?
Jollof. I eat mango every day, freshly cut by a very good lady.
What's the most fun thing you've done in Ghana?
I went to a school and I played with the children. A very great time. I visited a few art districts. The art has been amazing.
Hey guys! So I know that a lot of you think that I'm in Ghana because of this one, But I just want to show you guys the real reason why I'm in Ghana. It's because of this. It's the mango. And the other thing, the juice. The whole reason I'm coming back. Not that guy. This.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. We're getting a little personal today. So, if you don't know me, my name is Abigail. I recently moved back to Ghana about 1.5 years ago, and I'm 33 years old. I'm also single. Now, I only share that last part because I have been thinking about freezing my ex for a really, really long time. I've been having conversations with people that I know who have frozen their eggs, just trying to get an idea of what the first step is. So today, finally, after 1.5 years, I'm finally taking the first step and getting my AMH levels checked. I honestly still don't know how I feel about this. It's honestly a bit surreal because 8-year-old me was definitely not thinking 33-year-old me was gonna be getting her eggs frozen. But I'm not mad about it. I know exactly why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I want to be a mom one day. And I don't know what the future holds, but I do know that I want to be a mom one day. I'm also doing this because I never want to rush into anything, whether it's a marriage or a relationship, just because I want to be a mom. Being happy in a relationship is so important to me, and I'm not risking it just to be a mom. So yeah, it's done. I got my blood work done. I'm gonna get my results tomorrow morning, and then we'll go from there. I'm sharing this because I imagine other people are thinking about it, so I hope this helps.
We back at another day in the life with the Harrises Ghana episode. It's a little sneak peek into our everyday life.
Yeah, so we had an early morning, and as you can see, we had the van pick us up, and we had a 5-hour drive ahead of us.
We're making our way from Accra all the way to Cape Coast, and I was so shocked to see that we had to pay different prices as non-locals. What happened here? We finally made it to Cocoon National Park's Canopy Walk, and there was a super long hike before.
Hey y'all, if you tall, don't try this.
I was fighting for my dear life at this moment. I thought that it was the end, and it was just something that I think I'm only going to do once.
As for me, this was so much fun. I have done this a few times before, which is why I think it was so much easier.
Don't try this. I'm telling you right now, if you are over 6 foot.
We survived the walk, y'all, and we just made it to the end. I'm so grateful.
We made it! After all that hiking, we were so tired, so we headed to the next spot, which was a beautiful, beautiful beach. I mean, the waves were incredible. There was such good food. We had pina coladas, great conversation. It felt like we were really experiencing the best of what Ghana had to offer.
The waves are so beautiful, and this is actually right beside the famous and well-known Elmina Castle.
All my life, I pray for someone like you.
Hope you enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Mpacho asemo ho.
Azembe, are.
Ene okọ edwuma no, your neighbors no mo buy, omo say de dawadawa no enu aduane a omo te sent no wo apartment ni mu nti no. Ye nye bibi mfa ho. Nti say no, me say we won't be cooking with dawadawa anymore.
Ah. Who said that?
Omo top.
You are telling me you're carried over. Debbie. You promised them already.
Debbie, make a tell me so many me come back casa.
And there is our discussion about it.
What's your point?
That is not for discussion.
How?
Dawa is cultural, social life. Normal. Imagine.
They should get used to it.
Ah.
Imagine that.
Imagine I've been crying. About Dawa. And like virtually every food.
What?
All rice. Dawa. Debbie. And the almost
at this point, I give up. That's
the best.
Hey.
Most Surinamese are Asante, so we're from the Asante Kingdom. So I have a girlfriend who is from the Asante tribe, and she told me a lot. Like, she knew a lot about the Surinamese like heritage and Ghana. Like, I'm gonna really research this really good, just like what Joe Sheldon is doing, like researching. Because I think the perspective from the diaspora here, like from Europe and from then also the Caribbean, Suriname, is missing. Because mostly our content, people talk in Dutch, you know. I speak in English. They assume that I'm not therefore not Surinamese or not Dutch. It's not that Dutch people cannot speak English, huh? But okay. I just prefer to do things in English so that you can, you know, have more reach and just talk about things and see the connections, or else we're just in our own like communities swarming around. So this, I'm gonna research way more about it. Thank you for this comment. I really appreciate it.
And who else was in America dealing with this winter weather while I was in Ghana enjoying this beautiful weather? But unfortunately, it's short-lived. I have been experiencing delay after delay and cancellation after cancellation to get up out of here because I got to get back to work. But I found this little cute, cozy spot to appreciate Ghana in the meantime. Let me show y'all. So y'all know I got all of these kids and we needed space. Look how cute this is. Ain't got no car, but a car park is always nice. Never mind the food on the table because my kids is always greedy. Pay attention to the view. How amazing and beautifully and well decorated this spot is. Was able to get some laundry done for me and the kids. This washing machine was much needed and appreciated. But look at the kitchen. And look at this refrigerator. This took us. What? Good morning to you. And for some reason, I kept tripping and falling up these steps. I don't know if it was 2 left feet or what. And to the top, we had 3 whole bedrooms. We were so grateful for that. And just look at the ambiance. And the last but not least was my favorite spot of it all, the patio, where I could put these kids out, sit out here, mind my very own business, and appreciate the view. See, stress in Ghana is nothing like the stress of America. Let's talk about it.
What I ate in a day in Ghana. I started my morning with some papaya and pineapple that was picked from our tree. Then we made our way to my auntie's house and she had put on this whole spread for us. We have red, jojo, tilapia, tuazafi and plantain. My sister then took us to this bar that she had been going on about called Frozen Cabana, and it was honestly worth it. We were so hungry after those strong drinks, so we made our way to Tatale, which is a vegan restaurant. We're still thinking about these kebabs today, so Tatale will be seeing us again very soon.
Exactly, it is from Ghana because the name Kwaku is from Ghana. So our Surinamese festival is because Kwaku was our freedom fighter, and Kwaku was one of the Maroons. The Maroons, those were the people who were abducted from West Africa, right? From Ghana, from Cape Coast to Suriname, which was called the Dutch Guyana at that time. And then a lot of them escaped, or some of them escaped, and went to live basically in the Amazon rainforest, right? And survived and kept a lot of the African traditions. And that's why the name Kwaku, which comes from Ghana, that's why the festival is called Kwaku Festival. So it is a Ghanaian name that we use for our Surinamese festival.
You know, this question has been on people's minds a lot because they feel like, why are people choosing Ghana? What is so special about Ghana and all that? Listen, for what I know, Ghana actually advertised this particular year of return in 2018. And in 2018, calling the African diaspora, not even African Americans specifically, every black person around the world to visit Ghana. And the ones that want to, like perhaps learn about their roots, their culture, they can come visit and learn about it. You understand? This is basically what Ghana did. No African country did this. No African country did this, especially at that time. And this is something that Ghana has been doing since, not today. You see, so if Ghana is basically reaping what they sow, this shouldn't be a problem. Aside that, African Americans coming to Ghana, it has actually affected other African countries. Now we have African Americans that come to Ghana, they feel like, oh, Ghana is not a country that I want to live in, so let me explore other African countries. They go to other African countries like Kenya, South Africa, Senegal, and they feel comfortable there. And Charlie, they buy their houses or do whatever and they live there. You understand? These are some of the benefits that one single advert or an advert that Ghana did on CNN has helped the whole of Africa, or has benefited Ghana and some other African countries. Let's be sincere. Some other African countries have even tried doing something like that, like Nigeria, Kenya. I think even, I don't know whether South Africa also tried it. But because Ghana did it first, it is not really catching the eyes of people. It is not really catching the eyes of people, especially the Africans in the diaspora, like the one that Ghana did, because Ghana was the first. That's why to date you are seeing people trooping into Ghana. And another thing is, listen, when it comes to the slave dungeons and learning about the history of slavery, Ghana surpasses all the African countries, because when you talk about the history and even the slave dungeons itself, most of the slave dungeons are in Ghana. The bigger ones are in Ghana. The Elmina Castle, the Cape Coast Castle, the Christianborg Castle, all these ones are in Ghana. So the best place, honestly, the best place for African diasporans to come learn about the history and everything is Ghana. So aside Ghana even advertising for this, there are so many things that you can clearly see that's the best place to actually learn and also visit. And Ghana having its culture intact, with the food, the language, our fashion, everything is like intact. So if any African American wants to learn about African culture, Ghana is another place. Like, Ghana has everything. So for me, the Cameroonian, what I'll say is, don't blame Ghana or don't blame African Americans coming to Ghana, but talk to your government. They should come up with some initiatives like this that will help the African diaspora visit your country. That's what I have to say. Thank you so much for watching.